welcome to Moving on the Mat with Dana. Today we're going to talk about and work on the third eye chakra, or the brow chakra. So we've already done the other 5. This is chakra number 6. So the first 4 we did are the body chakras. So that would be root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, and heart chakra. And then the last chakra we did was the throat chakra, which is sort of the bridge between the body and the brain, or the heart and the mind. Okay, so this one is located in the brow area, the third eye, and the aspects that we're going to be working on really have to do with visualization and vision, light, elements of light and light in the body, ears, nose, headaches, things affect the brain and the mind. So it's really elements of the mind, as well as intuitive information. So there's a lot going on here. So the higher the chakra, the harder a little bit it is to kind of grasp. So we're going to be doing some yoga that basically will lead into some higher elements. So the inversions is usually more to do with the head. So the last 2 chakras that we're working on, this one and the crown chakra, will be leading into inversions and more into visualization and breathing and meditation, because meditation is a big part of the head and the brain and the mind when it comes to yoga. So the other aspect that this chakra deals with is with the connection with the endocrine system is the pineal gland. And the pineal gland is like a little pine cone in the brain that sends out hormones to the body. So hormones are affected by the brow chakra. So we already talked briefly the last chakra, throat chakra, about thyroid. The thyroid chakra, the thyroid is located in the throat chakra and deals with hypo or hyperthalamus. So if you're basically, if you have a hyperthyroid, you're going to be a little bit slim and a little bit unbalanced, and probably having problems, like you need a lot of food and you can have problems gaining weight. Hypothyroid can be the opposite. You might be slower, more lethargic. So that's one of the hormones that the pineal gland controls. But the other 2 would be serotonin, which is more like a mood balancing hormone. It affects our, our digestion and appetite, our sleep, our mood, our menstrual cycle. So a lot of things, just keeping things in balance there. And it's sort of kind of the happy hormone. It's good to have a good amount of serotonin in the body. The other one would be melatonin, which is what we need when we sleep. So, if you have problems sleeping, there could be issues with the melatonin. So one of the issues will be very simple, just making sure that you're not getting light into the room when you're sleeping. So if you have, maybe the moon shining into your bedroom and there's street lights going on, you have to make sure that's covered so that you get the proper amount of sleep. You might sleep, but sleep really uncomfortably. So balancing those hormones, again, listening a little bit to your intuition and your mind, just recognizing your mind is a very powerful tool. So what we think, we become. So positive thoughts, positive visualization, all that type of stuff. So again, we're going to start with the yoga, and the key pose that we're going to work on for throughout the brow chakra is actually down dog. So that's kind of a standard yoga pose, but it is also the doorway or pathway into getting into inversions. So if you have deep flexion, you're going to have an easier time doing things like headstand, handstand, shoulder stand. And we may get into shoulder stand today. So let's get started. We're going to come into all 4s. Hands are grounding. We're going to warm up first the spine. So hands grounding directly under the shoulders, shins grounding, hip width apart, and just taking it to a simple cat-cow. So we're going to breathe in, gently look up, fill lungs up, arch out, round out, breathe out, empty it out. Let's do a couple more of those. Deep breath in, scoop up, fill up, arch, round, empty it out. A couple more times. Breathe in, gently look up, round out, arch out. One last time. Big breath in. Exhale out. Okay. And then we'll sink back to child pose. Let the tailbone rest down. Lengthen out those arms. Let the forehead rest down. Take a little break here. Deep breath in and out. Sink it down. Breathe into that lower back. Then we're going to do a little side stretch. Walk your hands to one side of your mat. Open the side ribs slightly. Lengthen everything out. Feel that stretch. Walk hands back to center, relax, deep breath in and out. And then again off to the second side, side bend again, reach out, stretch out, lengthen it, sink into it, breathe. Slowly come back to center. And then we're gonna come back into all fours and just taking the ball of the foot onto the floor and just pressing that heel back, stretching out that back leg, grounding through those palms, deep breath in and out. And then return the knee back in. Let's switch it up to the other side, opposite foot coming down, ball of the foot down, sink through that heel, deep breath in and out, feel that stretch through the back leg. And then back in. Let's come into all the way into down dog, to toes of the feet on the floor. Lift to down dog, and just take a minute here just to stretch out in down dog, ground those palms, pedal the feet a little, stretch out those back legs, lengthen the spine, come into the toes, then the heels. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Really feel that stretch through the whole body, lengthening, stretching, going long through the back of the waist. Head is relaxed. And gently come down for another little break. Sink back, relax back, deep breathing. And let's come back in one more time to downward dog. Stretch it out, sink back, lengthen it out. Feel that stretch. And then slowly walk your palms forward, coming into the plank just for a few seconds, strengthening through the upper body. Let's bring the right hand to the center of the mat. Open the left arm up and just come into side plank. Strengthening through that whole side, deep breath in and out. Return to the ground. And then we'll try the other side, left hand to center. Open that right arm up, reach up, deep breath in and out. Feeling that side body strengthening, deep breathing. Turn to the ground, and we'll take another little break in child pose. Relax back. Sink it back, deep breath in and out. Okay, from here we're going to scoop along the ground, grounding those palms. Open those hips, coming into a cobra. So just opening chest back, shoulders, lengthening your spine, floating the head on top, grounding those palms, lengthening. And again, sink back, round back, child pose, relax, deep breathing. Let's come back into downward dog. And just take another minute just to stretch out, lengthen those legs, lengthen that spine, ground those palms. Then we're going to come into a three-legged dog, lifting one leg up, open that hip up, feel that stretch, lift and lengthen, deep breathing. Open the hip a little if you want. Return to the floor. Let's try the other side, lift, lengthen, open the hip a little, lengthen that leg, deep breath in and out. Feel that stretch. Come back down, and again, relax back. Take a few seconds in child pose again, just to rest the hands and the wrists and the fingers. Deep breathing. Okay, next we're going to come into dolphin, which is down dog, but on the forearms. So again, this is a pose. You're going to need the grounding to get into some of those higher end poses, such as headstand or shoulder stand. So let's bring it down, ground down the forearms, come in again to the back toes and lift, lengthen back. Feel that stretch of the legs, deep breath in and out. Relax here, lengthen here, breathe here. And again, you go a bit forward and back, stretching through those legs, grounding those forearms, lengthening that spine, deep breath in and out. And take another little break, relax. Good, okay, so what we're gonna do next is combine those last two moves. So forearm grounding in down dog, so dolphin, but we're also going to add the leg extension. Okay, so again, grounding through those forearms all the way down, and then pushing through those legs, lifting it up. Feel that stretch, and then lifting one leg up, open that hip up, deep breath in and out, hold for a breath or two, relax down. Let's try the other side, lift, lengthen, open that hip, lift and lengthen, deep breathing, one leg dropping, one leg lifting. And take a little break and relax. Good. Let's do one more final down dog. Into those back legs, sink it back, stretch it out, deep breath in and out. Lengthen that whole spine. Feel that stretch. And coming forward slowly into plank. And this time we're going to drop into cobra. Just lower body sinking, upper body lengthening, palms grounding, chest back opening, deep breathing in and out. And sink it back. Back to child pose. Relax. And sink into it. Breathe into that back. Slowly walk those hands in and up. Okay. So just take a little bit of a shoulder roll here because it might be a lot of movement into arms and shoulders. So just roll it out for a few seconds. And then stop and go the other way. Round it forward, deep breath in and out. Open those back shoulder muscles, reach out, round out. Lift up tall, lengthen back a little. And then bring those arms all the way around the back. Open the chest, back, shoulders. Get a good stretch out through the spine. We're going to take it down to the ground. So give them a shake out. We're going to come next into, we're going to lie back and come eventually into bridge. And then we're going to try coming into shoulder stand. So I'm just going to move my mat a little bit to the side to get more on the camera of what I'm doing. Okay, hopefully it's good. Alright, so I'm coming down. I'm going to have my feet at one end of the mat and just feet on the floor side by side. And we're just going to slowly roll down, getting a little bit of workout in those ab back muscles, resisting down. And then just slowly bring the legs in. Let's bring them into the chest, coming into little boat, and just rock it out for a minute in little boat. Relax here. Feel that lengthening through the spine, deep breath in and out. Feel that stretch. And then we're going to take one knee into the chest, let the other leg drop. And we're in crocodile here. Crocodile stretch for the hips. Relax and breathe. One leg to the ground, one knee to the chest. Take one knee across the body and let the other leg sink on the ground and relax down. Deep breath in and out. Feel that stretch. Breathe into it. Relax and sink to the floor. Feeling the stretch in the hips, the shoulders, and the back. Come back to center. Let's bring both knees one more time into the chest. Tuck them in. Hug them in. Rock it out a little if you want. This is little boat. Okay, let's take it back to crocodile. Again, the opposite leg coming down. Other knee stays tucked up and hug it into the chest. Deep breath in and out. Relax. Breathe. And again, we'll take the bent knee across the body. Let the arm rest on the floor behind you. So once again, opening through the chest, opening through the back, opening through the shoulders. Sink into it. Breathe into it. Relax. Feel that stretch. This is crocodile twist. And then come back up. Okay, so we're going to return. Actually, we're going to come into the bridge. So just bring those arms up overhead. Let the shoulders relax. Push into the feet. Lift through the hips. Lengthen through the spine. Open the hip flexors. Relax and hold here for a breath or two. Shoulders resting, feet grounding, hips opening. Slowly bring those arms back up overhead. Let them drop to the ground. Slowly roll the spine down. Okay. So we're going to try coming into shoulder stand. This is actually more like a half shoulder stand. So a couple things. If you find there's any pressure in your neck or your eyes, or you're having problems breathing, just come down automatically. It shouldn't be a problem, especially we're not going to go all the way up real fast. We're going to go about halfway up. What we're going to do is come back into bridge. And we're going to, again, lift through the hips. Bring the hands under the hips like this. And then slowly come up. So don't come all the way up. See, I'm a little bit bent through the hips, just coming up so the feet are towards the ceiling and elbows are under the shoulder. If you want to lengthen it up a bit more, you can, but just take it slow. And this is shoulder stand. Deep breath in and out. Hold as long as you like. And then we're going to slowly roll it back down. Okay, so that is shoulder stand. That is one way to get into it, and you kind of work your way up to have the hips a little straighter, legs a little longer, and it will put a little more pressure on the shoulders and the neck, but you're going more into full shoulder stand when you're straight up. But I would advise to take your time. I'm going to show another alternative, which I like to teach in a class. You do need to have a bit of a wall space, which I don't have much here, but we're going to try it anyways. We're going to use this wall, and I'm just going to show you legs up the wall, moving into partial shoulder stand as well. So I'm going to take the mat to the side. Okay, and it's ideal if you have a longer wall than this one, but you're going to come close to the wall, hips against the wall. Bring the legs up and just rest for a second. I'm just relaxing here. This is legs up the wall. It's a little bit relaxing. Helps the venous return. Arms can just rest down at the side. Take a few deep breaths in and out. And then we're going to bring the legs together just for a few seconds. Soles of the feet together. Let the hips open a bit. This is another version of legs up the wall, just a little bit of a hip opener. And just relax here for a breath or two. And then we're going to come into that slow partial shoulder stand. So feet are on the wall. We're going to lift through the hips, come up with the hands underneath, and one leg up, possibly a second one. So again, taking your time. This is a little easier to get into than just coming all the way up from bridge. And then again, when you need to come down, find the wall, roll yourself down, okay? And again, you can just have your feet on the wall when you're ready to try it again. Again, bring those hips up, bring the hands under the hips, one leg up, then the other. And this is not actually full shoulder stand. Again, you have to kind of ease into full shoulder stand, but legs extending, hands on hips. Take a few deep breaths in and out, just float those legs up, try to relax. Come back down when you need to, slow and steady, okay? And then you can even do this exercise on the wall, another hip stretch. So hands and hips both getting stretched out here. The closer you are to the wall, the better, okay? The longer the wall, the better. Mine's a little cut off at the end, but it still works. So take a few seconds to relax. If you have a wall, this is ideal. And take a few deep breaths in and out. We're gonna finish off by coming to some sitting and breathing. So I'm gonna just come down to the side and roll up. Okay, so that is shoulder stand. I find it easier to get into than headstand, but depending on the person, some people don't like it as much. If there's a lot of pressure in the chest, in the neck, or if you feel some in the eyes or ears, always just come right down, okay? But the wall is nice because it kind of helps you get down a little easier. So we're going to finish off with some an eye exercise and some breathing. So again, third eye is a lot about visualization, actual vision and visualization, like imagination. So we're going to do an exercise for the eyes. It's not exactly yoga, but it's like yoga for me. So what you're going to do is just relax, keep your head centered and neutral, and we're just going to work the eyes. So gazing up towards the ceiling, only eyes moving, and then gaze down to the ground just for a few seconds. Again, look up towards the ceiling, gaze up, head neutral the whole time, then look down. One more time, gazing up towards the ceiling or sky, then look down. And now you're going to look to your peripheral right. So don't move the head, but just look your eyes as far right as you can. Then to your peripheral left. Again, just letting the eyes do the work. To your peripheral right, look out. Then the peripheral left, look out. One last time, to your peripheral right side. Try not to move your head. And then all the way to your left, as far left as you can, looking out. And back to neutral, okay? And take a minute to just rub your hands together, and we're just going to kind of quiet the eyes, relax the eyes, quiet the mind. When you have a little bit of warmth and friction there, just place the hands on top of the eyes just for a few seconds. Relax, take a deep breath in and out. And then when you're done, just wipe the hands away with all the stress and tension, okay? So again, if you're feeling like you have headaches or visual problems or anything, remember also to take a break, especially if you're working on a computer a lot, because staring into that blue screen and just focusing so much all the time can cause a little strain and stress for the mind and the body and the eyes. So they always suggest, take a break, go out in nature if you can, take a little walk around, or even if you can't be in nature, it's helpful to visualize green. Green is the color of nature. So closing your eyes and just thinking about the color green is helpful. We're gonna take a few minutes for breathing. So let's start with one hand on the belly or diaphragm, one hand on the heart chakra, and just breathing here where the lungs are moving and the diaphragm is moving as you breathe in and out. Just connect with your breath. Quiet the mind. Feel each breath. Now we're going to take that bottom hand that's on the belly and we're just going to place it on the forehead near the third eye, just to quiet the mind a bit, and take a few more deep breaths here, in and out. Okay, we're going to move into hand mudra. We're going to bring the hands together in the temple mudra. So the pointer fingers pointing together, other hands just extending up over the head, sending energy to the brain, to the head, to the higher chakras, brow chakra, crown chakra, and take a few slow, full, deep breaths in and out. Continue to breathe and quiet the mind, relax the body. Okay, then we're going to bring the arms into goddess mudra, right arm on top of left, and just again taking a few slow, full, deep breaths here, just holding the arms steady, breathing deeply, quieting the mind, and just giving a little space between each thought. And finally, just bring those hands together in like a prayer. Okay, and just holding here for another breath or two. And when you're ready, just open those palms and fingers to lotus mudra. Again, the symbol of purity, symbol for pure heart, pure mind, pure body. To always think positive thoughts, and just remember that no matter what muck, mud, or dirt we go through, to be like the lotus, you want to come up pure and beautiful and white. Let's take another deep breath in and out. Namaste. Thank you for joining me and moving on the mat with Dana. I hope you have a blessed day. Take care and come again.